Hey guys, this is Tony with Inner Geek Designs. Today I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about how to make a new document in Affinity, go over some of the settings, some of the things you should look for, and just give you some tips and tricks in that, and also how to save a preset for you to make a document next time easier. If you learned something, if you like this, like and subscribe, and let's just hop into it. Alright, here we are with Affinity. Right now I'm in the vector silhouette, or the vector studio. That doesn't matter so much. So we're going to go to File, New, or we can just hit Control N. That'll pull up our new document panel. And here we have some settings. Over here are some presets. Here are my presets, but also down here are some just standard ones. So let's go over here. Let's start making a new one. First thing you can do is you can have your document units. This depends on whatever measurements you're doing. If you're doing something for web, European, or whatever, and use actual measurements, you can use them here. Or if you're me, you can use these beautiful ones that I love using so much. You can have your DPI, so this is good for understanding, like if you're doing print or if you're doing web, you can have it set to 72 or 300. Or say if I'm doing something that's larger scale, I might have it set down to 200 to 250. Save some resolution and make sure that it's still usable and still big enough to still get printed. We can have our page width here, so we can change this to whatever. So we can do 6 by 12. And then we can also have this linked. So now if I switch this to say 12, this now goes to 24. So it makes this that these are uniform. We can go to our color format. We can change to whatever we need it to. I have this set to CMYK because I've been working in print, but if I need RGB, I also have that, or a grayscale, or lab. Lab is also another print format that you might need to use, but color profiles, these aren't used widely too much in about like 80% of design work today, but you will have to use this at some point. I usually just keep this on US web coded, and this is good enough for me. If you need a transparent background, say if you're doing something that requires that when you're exporting, like if you're exporting a PNG or something, you can have that turned on. I'll turn that off for this one. I'll usually have artboards checked on. This allows me to make sure I have my artboards set up the way I want them to. You can have your image placements preferred, so you can do linked or embedded. I have embedded selected on mine, just so that I have that option to not go back if I need to. You can import text as links. You can preserve text styles as well. Multi-page will not turn on unless you're in the layout mode. That is what that's for. That'll make sure that works. Margins. If you're not using margins, I don't know what's wrong with you, and I'm sorry. But usually I'll have this. If we're at a 12 by 24, an inch is good, or a half inch is good. We'll go to a half inch for this one. Bleed. Bleed always is important. We'll make that 0.125. And again, just like up here, these links here will make sure that these work for you. Now, if we want to do drawing scale, say if we're working on a scale, say we're doing a render of a vehicle or a render for a install, we could have that also here. We're not going to use that for this one. So I got this set up. Let's say I'm going to use this preset a lot, and I want to make sure that I can go back and just quickly do that. I'm going to go to Create Preset. As you see over here, it'll make this new layout. As you see these layouts, it can tell you which color profile you're here on this side. You can give it a name or whatever you want. That was the name I just had for it. It'll give you the dimensions that it has also. So really simple and easy to use. I like how this works. We'll go to Create Document so we can see that document made. As you can see, we got our margin here. We got our bleed here. Overall, I really like this tool. I think it's super easy to build a custom profile or a custom document that you need. And it works in all different studios that you need. If you learned something, if you got something out of this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.